It's the Jim Brickman Show.
It's the Jim Brickman Show. Always so much fun to have great guests in the studio. And today I'm really excited because our guest is Lance Reddick, who you see in the Amazon hit series Bosch. Of course, you know, Fringe, The Wire, John Wick, and now Bosch for the third season. Lance is with me now. How you doing, Lance?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks, Jim.
I'm so happy to have you. You know, so for those people who haven't seen the show, how would you describe it?
Bosch is basically a film noir detective series on television, but a detective who's a police officer.
And is it fun to be able to do this kind of genre because of Amazon and be able to do something that maybe wouldn't have been done before because it's in a film noir kind of genre?
Well, first of all, just what makes it fun is more how good the show is. And how interesting they've been able to let me make the character. Because, you know, when it was first offered me, I really hesitated because I was at a place in my career where I was like, no more cops.
Right.
And it's been one of the best creative experiences of my life. It's an incredible cast and it's a great show.
It's like, I mean, because we were talking a little bit before, and Lance, you know, you're multi-talented. You're a songwriter, you're a musician, you went to music school. How did you start acting in the first place?
I mean, the first time I ever acted, believe it or not, was an assignment for English class in 10th grade. We were studying Macbeth, and yeah, I guess it's okay to say.
Yes, yeah. It's not a theater.
Okay. We were studying Macbeth, and we were given the assignment to do a monologue from the play. And at the time, believe it or not, I was obsessed with Star Trek, and I remember reading that William Shatner was a Shakespearean actor. So I used to love to like open my dad's. My dad had this compilation of Shakespeare plays from his college days, and I would open it up and just like try to do monologues pretending I was Captain Kirk. And so I remember I prepared this, the famous, if it were done when 'tis done speech, when he's trying to decide whether or not to kill the king. And when it was over, I remember the teacher kind of said to me, wow, that was magnificent. I mean, I knew that I was doing something that other people weren't doing. And I just thought it was this cool thing to do.
Lance is multi-talented and dimensional. And we're going to talk a little bit about something that you're working on that's bringing some laughs to the workplace.
Oh, yes.
Coming up next on The Jim Brickman Show.
It's the Jim Brickman Show.
Jim Brickman with you, joined by actor Lance Reddick, who is in the Amazon series Bosch. Big hit, and we love your character, Irvin Irving, which is such a great name, by the way. Love that.
Yeah, it's a wild. I never asked Michael how he came up with that name, but I'm going to the next time I see him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to see him tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
So, you know, this has been such a hit, and you were talking about before how you weren't sure that you would ever play this kind of character again, but that it's so well written and so well directed that you're really enjoying it, and it's been so successful for you. But you have a couple other things up your sleeve, right?
Yes.
You have a lighter side. Is that it?
Yes. I was able to recur on a new show on Comedy Central called Corporate.
Was this something that is natural to you or came out of the blue? I mean, how did that come about?
I did a Funny or Die skit called Toys R Me. Where I play this pretty psychotic small toy store owner who he runs it like his little kingdom. And
I love that.
And so I think they wrote the part with me in mind. So it was one of those things where we shot the pilot, and then we were just praying that Amazon would give me permission to recur, and they did.
Wow.
Yeah, and basically I play a billionaire, the head of a multinational corporation.
So season 3 is about to air of Bosch. Do you think it's going to continue on?
I think it's one of those shows that could go on for as long as they wanted to. I mean, it could go on for 10 years if they wanted to. Because the storyline is even though each season is its own story, you know, it's kind of starts a new story with each season. But because they're based on novels, even though by the time they get to the screen, they've changed a lot.
Yes.
And Michael writes a new Harry Bosch novel every year. His 19th Harry Bosch novel is in stores now.
Great stuff from Irvin Irving. Well, his character, he plays Irvin Irving on the Amazon hit series Bosch. Lance Reddick, the multifaceted and talented musician And we're going to put some of this up at JimBrickman.com. We're so happy to have Lance Reddick with us. You are hanging out with me on The Jim Brickman Show.